just a couple of weeks ago, and he gave me a flag from Nova Scotia and said, you know what, it's because of everything that I see on Twitter, on Facebook, on websites that made me want to come down to this event. And I think that's a perfect example of how we're not taking butts out of the seats, but with social media and with websites, we're actually adding exposure and adding advertising revenue and putting fans in the stands. I was talking to Justin St. Louis, who had a great website, BT Motor Mag, and now he's part of a new venture. I was talking to him, and the big thing about Twitter and Facebook, especially Twitter, is that these fans have the opportunity to make that one-on-one connection, whether it's with a driver or your racetrack. And you get the opportunity to talk directly to that person. Like Travis said, he gets on Twitter first thing in the morning, and he looks at everything that's going on his feed. His feed is dictated by the things that he's interested in. Okay, so if they're interested in South Boston Speedway, Riverhead Raceway, Stafford Speedway, it doesn't make a difference what racetrack it is across America. If they're interested, they're going to follow you. And to deliver that information each and every day, it's just advertising in your back pocket that does not cost a dime. And I think the big thing about racing these days, especially on the short track community, you know, I got the opportunity to cover the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series for a living, and that's awesome. But I'm still a fan, okay? I follow a lot of the racetracks and a lot of the people that I see here. Why? Because I want to. And I want to be part of it. And I would love to get to those racetracks. So to be able to do that and connect to your fans is a very important thing. And I think for the future of our sport, specifically short track racing, and all you tracks here are short tracks across America, the one thing, and we listened to some of the demographics that Travis said, the one thing that we're missing is when I was a kid, my dad was a crazy figure-8 racer when I was, 2, 4 years old. Quit racing to spend time with my family and bring me to the racetrack. Now you still have that, and you still have your diehards, your old school people that are part of that culture. And they're going to come to your racetrack probably no matter what you put out there. A lot of people are afraid to put out that information, but what if you can connect with somebody that is following stuff on Twitter, maybe as a friend of Travis, and sees him put up something about one of his favorite racetracks. You could say, you know what, I need to get to that racetrack. And the youth of America is where we're seeing some of the decline, I believe, in people coming to short tracks, because everybody is focused on NASCAR. And when they think about NASCAR, they think about the Sprint Cup Series, the Nationwide Series, and so forth. But honestly, a lot of people, a lot of kids that are fans these days do not realize that the stars of tomorrow are at your racetracks around the country. So why not be able to, on a Saturday night, if your racetrack runs on a Saturday night, put up a really cool picture from your pit area. Put up something neat that's going on in your grandstands, and make people want to come to your racetrack.
And it seems that every weekend now, somewhere there is a big race that you can't miss, and there's a touring series from some corner of the country that's there. And we've kind of lost that. Well, who's the neighbor across the street, and what's he doing? And I think that as the technology has advanced, believe it or not, I think in some ways we've really kind of come full circle, where now I might not know Max Gresham because he lives, 800 miles away from me. But at the same time, I bet you right now I can tell you I know more about Max Gresham and Darrell Wallace and Sergio Pena from what they put on their Twitter and Facebook pages than I literally do about my neighbor that lives across the street. And in some ways, it's that connection that I think we had when this sport got started that we've created again because social media allows us to do it.